Yo, this is Jet with Pop Austin Media. Like, subscribe. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We got a guest in the building, DJ NNEKA. Right? Did I say it right?
NNEKA,
all right, making sure. NNEKA, make your paper. Yeah. How's life?
Man, life is great, man. I couldn't ask for, I could ask for more, but I'm appreciative of what I got going so far. It's cool, man.
That's what's up. So let's start from the beginning, though. Where are you originally from?
I'm from New Orleans, born and raised, but by way of Houston, you know what I'm saying? After Katrina, I moved to Houston, and that's where I really started my DJ career, my strip club, and met all my celebrities and stuff like that. So, I'm from New Orleans, Houston. Put it like that.
Yeah, because I was in school in high school whenever Hurricane Katrina, so we had a lot of people from New Orleans come through. So, and I could tell in a little bit of the the accent. Was the transition from there? I mean, outside of there being, really the same, right? A transition in a sense.
Actually, it was a blessing because in New Orleans, I don't think I would have gotten this far. I was doing bounce music out there. I was on the same record label as Big Frida, and I was like one of the bounce pioneers back then. So I was always into music, but Houston actually showed you how to really get money with it. Because in New Orleans, they would, you'll be doing stuff and you don't really know how to get paid to do it, So Houston was the place where it was like, hey, we'll pay you to DJ. We'll pay you to do this,
So they don't show love like that out there.
Well, a lot of bounce rappers just figured out how to get paid. That's why a lot of big name artists, they use their samples and they get away with it. But now, they're hip to the game. And now they know that, hey, you can put your music on iTunes. But for the longest, we didn't know that. That's why a lot of the record labels were taking advantage of the artists. You didn't see artists move up. Because they didn't know how to upload their music to DistroKid and shit like that. So.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately, because of Katrina, I didn't even know some of my friends couldn't even read, because I went to private school. They went to public. So it was a big reality check that, New Orleans, it lacks certain things, and that it took for us to leave to learn how to think outside the box, because it's a lot of people that don't know how to read and write out there, but they good at doing everything, So.
Dang, and like you said, the bounce music, like to you who... From New Orleans, so what part of Louisiana?
I'm from the Ninth Ward. I'm from New Orleans.
Okay, so I always want to say New Orleans when I say it's like when you think of Illinois, you just think, oh, it's just Chicago. It's more than that. Yeah. Who's the GOAT to you?
The GOAT to me is this guy named Zacc. Redo. He was it's a lot of bounce artists that don't have the notoriety like Big Frida or Sizzle, but bounce music is made out of samples. And a lot of the samples that they use in the background are from people who a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I even have samples out there that they use every now and then. But, the GOAT is Zacc Redo, Big Frida, Katie Red, all the gay rappers. They created bounce music. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So it derived from the LGBT community?
Yeah, it derived from the punks, from the gay boys, yeah. It was a time to where...
Not that that's a bad thing. That's interesting.
No, New Orleans is kind of like Sodom and Gomorrah to an extent. You know what I mean? It's like that culture, that bounce music culture is gay male culture. You know what I mean? And every project has they sissy or they gay boy, and the niggas stand behind them niggas. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just, New Orleans is in the water. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of the music you hear now, and I just learned, man, it's crazy, but the biggest sample that they use actually came from New York. My friend DJ Sleepy told me that the Trigger Man sample is from New York.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's from New York.
See, from the New Orleans I listen to, I go back to UNLV, Dragon from the River.
Yeah, that's Take 4 Records. Yeah, I was on that record label too. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my mama didn't want to let me sign though, because they wanted to do a 5 CD contract. My mom was like, they're gonna put you on the shelf, But those record labels were the type of record labels that was popping. Everybody wanted to be on Take 4 Records with Jubilee and UNLV and Willie Puckett and Casey Red. I really grew up with these people.
It wasn't UNLV. I think they were signed to Cash Money for a little bit, or they had ties with Cash Money, right? One of the first.
Them and Miss T was signed to Cash Money, and then it dropped off, whatever.
I remember my dad, he owned a club in the day, and he got that record. And it right when it came out, and he was just jamming the mess. But it was so catchy. Dun,
Yeah, and that was a mystical disc.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because that whole story is crazy.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of rumors about that. I ain't gonna get into that one. But so what high school did you go to out there?
I went to St. Mary's Academy.
And then you moved right at high school, or was it?
No. I was doing my thing, and then I actually went to Atlanta a little bit. I went to University of New Orleans, then I went to Atlanta, and then I came to Houston, and then got stuck in Houston because the storm came, and it was like I couldn't go back. You know what I mean? Because everything was destroyed. So it was like you just had to make a way. But I was happy because I'm like, all my niggas down here. Everybody came. It was like New Orleans flooded Houston. I mean,
it flooded Texas.
Oh yeah, they tore Texas up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was one point that, I mean, I can honestly say I was damn near ashamed to say I was from New Orleans. Like, I tried my best to hide my accent because they were like, "Oh, you a Wody?" You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah,
That is what I used to hear a lot. Whenever, like, as soon as they came to the school, you'd be like, "Yo, Wody?" Like, what you say, boy?
Yeah,
that's what they used to say. A lot of people like, "You call me boy,"
Man.
and that's not that term. That it's more like, "What's up, boy?"
Yeah, like if you were driving in the car and you had dreads and a baseball cap on, the police will pull you over and they'll literally be like, "Oh, you from New Orleans? You about to go to jail. We know you about to do."
Sheesh.
I mean, but we was like that. I mean, when the storm came, they put 3 of the worst projects that were beefing with each other in Houston. So you had the Mac, the MILF, and the Calio beefing with each other amongst dealing with them trying to figure out how to hustle, and you feel me?
And then you got people in Texas and Houston and Dallas,
Texas,
and they gonna hold their territory.
Yeah, Texas people weren't having it either. They were like, "Nah, y'all niggas got us fucked up."
I remember that it was crazy, a lot of stuff. But I think eventually it all simmered down. It was like, man, it was crazy. It was crazy that whole time.
It was definitely wild. It was a time.
It definitely was. So, what got you into like DJing?
Actually, like I said, I always been into music. I was in a band, and from there I did bounce music, and I made beats. And when I got to Houston, I had actually kind of strayed away from the music scene. But my friend Cliff, and he's gone, rest in peace, Cliff.
R.I.P.
He was like, man, he was working at a gay club, and he was like, I don't want to deal with these faggots today. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
So, this was back in the day when they had CDs. He was like, I'm going to give you my CD book. Just go in there and play anything. And so I get there, and I'm putting my first CD in. I'm like, hey, man, hold on, man. Like, the people dancing, because I knew what I wanted to hear. I always knew, what I wanted to hear, So I just started playing some shit. And so I started off in the gay clubs first, at Bartini's. And from there, I just, worked my way up. Then I discovered the strip club. I was like, oh, shit, I ain't never going back to this gay shit. Fuck that gay shit.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of videos of, like, showing the strippers in action and all that.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a transition. But I hear, though, that the gay clubs and all that, they pay though.
They don't pay.
They don't.
They don't.
That's what I've heard.
And it's almost sad because the gay world is almost like an optical illusion. Because I've done so much in the LGBT community in Houston, but it was like the clubs disappear and they shut down. So when I'm going to a straight club and say, hey, hire me, I'm a great DJ, they're like, where you worked at? I'm like, oh, I worked at 2020. I worked at Big Yo's. And they're like, what is that? And it's like they didn't respect it. I spent most of my life fighting just to get, respect from other DJs and other club promoters and clubs. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't. That the gay shit is just it's an illusion, you know what I mean? They don't really respect it unless it's a big gay club type shit. And the clubs I worked for were pretty big, but they don't stay around long. They disappear. And straight people are straight people, and the gay people are gay people, and a lot of times it doesn't mix.
Well, yeah, and I mean, of course, there's more. I'm not gonna say normal, but just all gender, in a sense. Well, I mean, a straight man can go into a gay club, but there's more of the normal clubs. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. So it's like, it was just, when I tried to get other jobs, my resume was great. I mean, I had done everything, stuff in the ball scene. I had opened up a couple of clubs. I was like, I used to make the logos for clubs, and then I would just go to a regular club and be like, this is what I did. And they'd be like, we don't even know what that is. And I was like, oh, okay. I think I'm working in the imaginary world,
Because it's kind of like you're trying to build resume equity, but the resume equity isn't there. It's like when they tell you, hey, you got to get a car, but you got to get credit. Well, how I get the credit?
Yeah, and I'm like, I have credit. And they're like, that credit doesn't apply.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like trying to use Chinese money in America. They're like, no, we don't accept that currency. You're not a DJ yet. I'm like, Okay.
That's just like when I went to school. I went to it was a Christian school, and if I were to leave that Christian school and like try to take credits with me, them credits were imaginary. They be like,
it's like Hogwarts credits.
Yeah, he be like, wait a minute, I only get 4 credits.
Yeah,
wait, that don't make no sense.
It was like working at Hogwarts. It was like,
So how were you able to transition to the strip club? Like, who gave you that chance?
To be honest, actually, I met this girl at the gay club, and she's like, I want you to meet somebody. His name is Chill. And I'm like, man, who is Chill? And he's like, he's from Louisiana. You're going to love him. And I'm like, so she begged me for weeks and weeks and weeks to meet this guy named Chill. And when I met Chill, I mean, he gave me my first opportunity in the strip club. It was a little strip club named the Mulan. And, I mean, he taught me everything. He was a pimp. You know what I mean? So he ended up being like my street dad. Like, he's my guardian angel. Like it damn near makes me want to cry because he never gave up on me, you know? And he taught me the game. And from there, I went to High Rollers. I worked with, like, Horseman. I've worked at Onyx in Houston. I just started building my way up. I didn't get no handouts. You know, it was times where clubs would open and I'd be like, pick me, because I was really good. You know what I mean? I knew I was good. But they
just need that chance.
But they were intimidating. And I couldn't figure out for the God of me, like, why wouldn't the club want to find, you know, like, hire me and exploit me? Like, be like, hey, we got this stud that can really DJ, or we got this girl that can, they never really, I'm more of a strip club rescue, you know what I mean? Like, I started to become the strip club rescue in Houston to where they're like, okay, we need NNEKA. Then they'll call me, you know. And
but
then,
that's there you go. That's your pocket.
Yeah,
like, you know what, I know, you know, and there's, I mean,
I would like to be chosen first, you know, but now I'm chosen for now. You know, things are different now. I got leverage, you know, but back in the day, I was strip club rescue. I wasn't the first pick. I was always the one to come fix everything, you know.
Hey, but that
sounds like a TV show, like that
bar
man,
rescue. You know what I mean? Yeah, I should have been strip club rescue, man. To be honest, really, like, I haven't found anybody else, but I'm literally the longest black African American female strip club DJ. I haven't found another one that's been DJing longer than me. Like, I really trap. I really out shit like that.
No, I'll be seeing all your stuff.
Yeah, you
be out there working.
You know, my resume is quite impeccable. I mean, and I'm proud of it because I've really worked myself up to this point where I can work at major clubs. You know what I mean? And it's a good feeling to not have any handouts and to remember all those times them niggas said I couldn't. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let them know. Do you have any nightmare gigs at any venues? Like, let's say, because I've stopped through Kansas and I'm like, oh, the people through here, like in this one little area looking crazy. Remember Turn Up Becky that we kept seeing? We called her, but like, do you have any like, oh, what the heck? And you still got it done, but like, this is some bullshit that I'm at. Early on in your career?
Probably in Houston. I think when I went to the Ice Cream Castle, I was like, you know what? I was like, God.
So nobody go to the Ice Cream Castle?
No, Ice Cream Castle is going now. It's actually a legendary club, but they were doing so much fucking and sucking in Ice Cream Castle. I was like, I watched the bitch take down 8 men, and she sat there and smoked a cigarette. I was like, this bitch don't have a soul, you know? But it was like, all of my strip club experiences, I realized that it humbled me, and it taught me how to give 100% even if it was 8 people there. Because I was always at the clubs when nobody was at. But I was just making a name. I was building. I was going from hood to hood. And mind you, I'm from New Orleans. I don't know people. So I'm going from the north side to the east side to the west side. Slowly but surely, I'm really acquiring land like Monopoly. You know, I did this club. I did this club. Started from the bottom. Now we're here type shit. Yeah. You know, so I can't say there was any club that was like I never wanted to return to again because I just like the culture. And there's always money in the shit. As long as I'm leaving with some money in, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question before we get into what D kind of had brought up to me too. So, since you're from New Orleans, what do you think about this whole Hot Boy Turk, BG, like the reunion? There should be a reunion going on, but they showing some tiff. She got Hot Boy Turk telling BG, "I'm gonna rip the dreads out your head and give it on a platter." Then you got BG say, "You ain't touching a picture of me."
I think the way the Hot Boys ended is just like any girl group.
You know what?
You feel me? I mean,
Cheetah
it was
girl
just,
or whatever.
You know, like, I think it ended like a girl group. You know, they had to find, I think Lil Wayne was the least problematic out the group. Lil Wayne used to come around my school because his Toya used to be around St. Mary's, the school I went to, and Wayne always just kind of had that glow. You knew he was gonna be a hit, you know.
And he carried himself.
Yeah, and
better.
Juvenile was a hit as well, you know. But them niggas was still in the streets, so you know, Birdman couldn't really do much with niggas that want to go to jail every other. You know what I mean? Like they were all great, but I think that they have a lot of animosity toward each other at the fact that they didn't get as big as Wayne, so to speak. So I think, you know, when they see how Birdman moved forward with certain things, they get that sense that they were left behind, so to speak. So like when Turk got out, he didn't get that grand.
He didn't.
You feel me?
That's what a lot of people say.
You feel me? Then when BG got out, it was like, okay,
Birdman
BG,
pulled up.
Yeah, you feel me? And it was just like BG was it was just levels in that group amongst itself. And I think Turk was hot to me, but I mean, he just as far as popularity went, it just, you know, it didn't pop.
Because like you said, it had the pecking order.
Yeah,
like,
you know, you had,
at
it was
the
just
time,
like Young
Manny
Money,
Fresh,
you know. Yeah,
even was up there at the top too.
Yeah,
Like
so I mean, Wayne was always destined to be the face of that.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know, and I mean, and he doesn't even really like, and it's so crazy because it's just like what I've dealt with recently, but like New Orleans doesn't even receive Lil Wayne like how you would think, you know, like he doesn't go home like that. Like, and it's crazy that.
Is it kind of like is it kind of like Kanye with Chicago? Like did he get bigger than that city? Like
yeah. It's like
really
I think Wayne knew that if I hang in New Orleans, these niggas gonna kill me, you know, because people don't like to see you grow, and they don't. And then it was like, damn near on some Dallas shit. They were saying, okay, Wayne's from this area, but he's claiming to be from this area, and so it was a lot of that going on. You know, he was running with the niggas from uptown. He is from Hollygrove, but you know, it was like they were just saying, no, he grew up here. He was born here. You know, his mama had him on the corner in the 7th. Like it was that type of shit. So you got people who he never really had a group of niggas that actually received him, like a hood that actually received him and was like, okay, we gonna stand by Wayne type shit. You feel me? Like they just kind of like brushed him off, you know, like, so that's why he's not really rooted in, you know, like Master P's different. He gonna come back. He bought shit in the Cali.
But he a grinder.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He gonna find avenues to get bread.
Yeah, his city received him differently, and they stood behind him. You know,
even with them terrible movies he made, man, them movies be terrible. See that one with the ring, and then it was like a portal, and then Michael Jackson. I swear, it's a movie. It's a real movie.
Man, Master P, he's a genius.
Oh, he's a legend. He's a legend.
I think it was after the tennis shoes that I just was like, all right, wait, I can't pay attention to you. Know, you distracted me. You making me want to create my own pair of shoes, or Lumidirci or something. I don't fucking know. It was the tennis shoes that kind of threw me off. So. But he has his own cereal, the Rap Snacks. Any Rap Snacks him?
Yeah, he's got some ventures with it.
Yeah, so he's doing his thing. He found a way to, you know, keep going. Yeah, so.
No, yeah, just thought that'd be interesting. So, D, explain so I can.
Well, what do you think about this Diddy situation? Talk about that real quick.
Coming from Houston and being around a lot of celebrities. I mean, I'm talking about the biggest ones from Drake down to Travis Porter. I think that Travis Scott, no bad.
But hey, yeah. Travis Porter, hey, they was there.
But I think that people have to understand that artists are not so much being weird, but when you touch a certain amount of money, you start doing different things. You know, when you got $1 million, hey, you can fuck 3 people in the ass. You can't do that when you ain't got no, you know. So I think he was buying prostitutes? Of course, like every person that comes to the strip club does. Do I think maybe his parties were getting a little too over the top? I mean, it's clear that everyone says leave Diddy's party at a certain time. Do I feel like it's right what they doing him? I just feel like it's just blackmail at its finest. And one thing, when you do stuff like that, you got to keep everybody paid, and you have to give them what they want, and you can't do certain things around certain people. You know what I mean? Like, even back in the day, I used to do drugs. I used to do this, that, and the third. And there's certain people that I know to this day that's waiting for me to blow up so they can be like, oh, this bitch used to do this.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? That's what they do. You feel me? So I mean, when you want to partake in extracurricular activities that involve some really satanic ass shit like Diddy, you have to do it around people who are like you and who understand. And you know, I guess that's where what's that little island that guy? What's the
Epstein Island.
Epstein? You know, you got to do that type of shit on Epstein Island. You can't do that shit on I mean, I do believe that he's done some things.
He's did that.
Yeah, he's definitely done.
I think he got cooked is when Cassie came out.
Yeah, I mean Cassie was tired, and I think, like I said, there's always a bitch doing something emotional. You know, the greatest downfalls has always been behind a girl in her feelings. You know what I mean? Taking him down because she wanted to, she was always, she knew she was a side bitch. You were getting paid to be the side bitch.
Yeah, I mean,
you feel me? How can a hoe be mad? How can a hoe say, hey man, he made me do this? You knew he was gonna make you do this. When you went around him, you understood what the contract was.
Oh, you was an accomplice in a sense.
And that's the problem with these girls in the strip clubs and these girls that are hoes and these girls that, they work their way around celebrities and then they blackmail them. And that's where in Houston now you gotta sign a non-disclosure before you go anywhere with anybody. You know what I mean?
I would say blackmail is more of if they try to like paint a narrative and it's like, oh, this, like if you did a bunch of messed up stuff, hey, blackmailing, I think that's out of the window now.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Diddy getting blackmailed. Like those people.
He was definitely blackmailing people. There's a story that just came out saying that he filmed Stevie J. Doing gay stuff and trying to.
We all knew
No,
that.
I know that, but I'm not saying Diddy's not black. I'm saying the people aren't blackmailing Diddy because he's did so much stuff.
Yeah.
No,
and I think the Stevie J one was actually they came out and said because they showed a screenshot on that and that was like a different dude that looked just like Stevie J.
No, they got Stevie J in the paperwork.
Yeah, I remember that they
just posted the paperwork.
And I mean, to how I look at it is like how they looked at Bill Cosby. I mean, they were like, "Oh, Bill Cosby drugged me." I mean, but think about our day and age when most of these bitches go with these niggas, they popping perks. Mm-hmm. I mean, Bill Cosby didn't drug you. Y'all were doing drugs. You got fucked, and you found the opportunity to get some money. Now all of a sudden, everybody got raped. You know what I mean?
For real.
Come on. It to an extent, things have happened, but to what extent that they describe it, I just think it's people trying to get money.
Yeah, it's a money play.
It's opportunity.
Just like Cassie, because she was down bad. She cheated on Diddy with that trainer. And he ain't had no money, so they was both broke, had this baby, and they needed to come up.
But Cassie, from what I understood, Cassie was always in her feelings because he didn't put so much emphasis behind her career.
Yeah.
That
has a lot to do with it, I bet, too.
And so, I mean, then for him to go with Young Miami hurted a lot of people's feelings.
Yeah.
She you know what I mean? She shut some shit down. She got cheated on, and she showed Diddy like, hey, bitch, I'm Young Miami. You're not finna play with me like that. You know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, I look at the bigger picture and I feel bad for the kids and how they going to have to readjust.
Yeah.
Because imagine living that rich lifestyle, then all of a sudden it's snatched. What do you do?
And you in cuffs.
You in cuffs.
Diddy nowhere to be found for a while.
Ain't no more jumping on that big ass bed in the backyard, nigga. You about to be going to live with grandma. Like, how do you change? Like, with Diddy is, and I told Sleepy, I said, man, Diddy's a selfish ass nigga. Like, because if they would have had my kids in handcuffs, I would have surrendered myself. But you see, he's not that type of person.
Yeah.
He showed you like, hey, we'll handle it, but like. You wouldn't be able to take my kids and me not say something about it. So that's how I know Diddy is that he's one of them type. You know what I mean?
He told Fabulous, I like the way you scramble and scrape, Daddy.
Yeah, the daddy shit was crazy. I was watching that shit on them. You know what? I think that's Meek Mills and him on that audio too.
Hey
man,
I heard that.
Hey, man,
I don't even want to hear that again.
Hey,
that was
man,
disturbing.
the way he was like, "Fuck this ass, yo," I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Meek Mills." Like I closed my eyes.
No.
Like if you close your eyes and hear that audio, you're gonna be like.
So did you? What song did you do? Hold up, wait a minute, or what was you comparing it to?
It was the song I just recently listened to in the car where he said, "I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy, but I'm the king of Philly."
Oh no.
He's been alluding to the sense, and then I watched this other dude, and man, I went down a rabbit hole last night about this Diddy shit with Meek Mills, and them dudes made a valuable point. He was like, when you start dressing like another nigga, You feel me? Like,
And then he took a picture of Wee Man. I'm like, well, this is the weirdest picture I've ever seen in my life. And it did a little zesty. No
yeah,
Diddy.
I mean,
No Diddy.
It's Diddy wild, you know. But I mean, every dog have to pay. I always say you have to pay the toll. You can't. It's nothing you do in the dark that won't come to the light. You know, it's a lot of, you know, like you were mentioning Orlando Brown. Like one day I took some shrooms and I actually listened to Orlando Brown.
That would probably mess you up.
No. Because actually, Orlando Brown is telling you everything about the industry, but you have to decode it. He speaks in, like, he talks in code. He's like, yeah, I'm Hannah Montana and Diddy. Like, you gotta, he's telling you, but you gotta decode it. You have to stop thinking that he's just saying random things. He's saying things.
He's saying things. His brain's like 80% fried, but he can get a little bit of stuff out.
He's being careful about it. Even when he called himself a god, he's like, he's really saying, hey, I can really take these niggas down, but I know they're gonna kill me. Like, you gotta listen to what he's saying. Orlando has really given us the tea.
He said Shaq has a punani and some other people.
That means that he has a boy pussy. He gets fucked. When he said Bow Wow got some good pussy, I think he knows that Bow Wow has been around Diddy and he gets fucked.
That man is wild.
Yeah, like everything he's saying is cold, and you know how it's true because they just came out with the Nickelodeon scandal. Come on.
Well,
man.
yeah, exactly. I know. I mean, like, that's been around. I already know.
We're not even talking about Disney kids. That was fucking Nickelodeon kids. That's wild.
Although Disney did hire Ryan Peck after he got out of jail, so
for real,
yeah,
right after he wasn't that fresh off.
Yeah, he got out of jail. He went to work on the other two dudes show.
I just hope they never take down Sesame Street. Like, that's the last.
Hey man, at this point, nothing's safe. Nothing's safe. Like everything.
For sure.
So you had recently gone viral for I believe you was in the club and they're saying that you got paid a bag to stop playing finesse is what would happen? No. Or break that down?
Okay, so...
Yeah, I didn't want to mess the story up. He told me.
It wasn't even finesse. See, there you go. Starting mess.
Here I go.
You know what I'm saying? No.
Two of them.
So it was an artist, Zacc Savage, and let me just start from the top. It's South by Southwest. So people are coming up to me, not paying me to cut people's music off, but paying me to play their music. And... you know, I'm talking about big time pain because Rainwater and Rainwater was booked at my club. He's brought all of
Rainwater, old trolling but yeah,
you
shout
know
out Rainwater.
Hey, shout out Rainwater, man. But I love it though because
he might have been here before he went there.
He was here. I think I saw it.
Yeah.
I was looking for his thing. Did y'all delete it?
No, he's still there.
Oh, okay.
Talking. He was talking shit.
Oh, okay.
Like Rain do. He funny,
but you know,
Go ahead, though.
but he does. He comes from a good space with it.
Yeah.
He knows how it works. But anyway, Rainwater brought all of Dallas down. So once again, I'm not knowing who's beefing with who because at this point, it's South Dallas in the building. It's North Dallas in the building. It's this one, that one. So it was a guy named Zacc Savage. Zacc had threw so much money. He came. He gave me like $300 or whoever his representative was to play the song because I was charged. I was stiff. I'm like, hey, whoever want their song play, it's $100 a song all day long. Zacc was like, no problem. It ain't no pressure. He gave me the money or whoever gave me the money. I played his songs. He went on stage. He showed the fuck out. Okay, he did it twice. Big X was in the building as well as some other artists. Big X had a section, and so. He left his section and kind of walked around to entertain the money war. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a violent thing. It wasn't like, you know, even though we didn't know that these two niggas had beef, it was more of a, hey, nigga, I got more money than you. And they were really going blow for blow. And so, some kind of way, the girl calls Zacc Savage, and I don't know if she knew she was being recorded or not, but you know, she was pillow talking. She gave the rendition of her night from her angle. And did she say what she said maliciously? No, she didn't think about what she was saying. It's just like pillow talking. You don't think that if I say, hey man, this dude smoke crack, you know, they just say it so freely that she didn't know she was being recorded. So it's like they say, don't shoot the messenger, no, shoot the whisperer. Because if she wouldn't have been recorded, we would have never known it happened. And he would have thought I was a whole ass DJ and would have thought and created beef with Big X. So the girl says what she says. She says, no, and that's when Big X walks to the booth and pays NNEKA not to play the song. Zacc knew I never cut his song off. I played 6 of his songs. To the point where I had to ask my manager, hey, is it okay to play a song again? Because he's throwing so much money, I don't want to stop them. He's in his bag right now.
Yeah, you help. You feel me? You doing your
I'm doing
job.
my strip club thing. You feel me?
Doing your job.
So the girl was like, Big X paid me to cut off a song. He know his song never had got cut. So, why he recorded the girl eating Chinese food and said and posted that, I guess that was for him to get clout off of that. I mean, he's a good rapper, but I don't think he should have went about it that way because the girl lied. Big X had never paid me to cut anybody's songs
So
off.
Big X ran with that.
No, Big X is so much of my dog.
So he didn't run with
I
it.
was a day late. The man had been posted this, and it was sitting out there for a day. People had been calling me from Houston saying, hey, this girl put your name in some shit. And, I had people threatening me from Dallas saying, you a hoe-ass nigga for cutting a nigga song. I'm like, what are they talking about? And the whole time it's because this girl has casually said Big X has done something. Big X calls me and he's like, hey man, did I ever pay you to? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? I don't even know what nigga you talking. I really don't know. I didn't know at the time. He's like, man, they saying da 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 da. You feel me? And then Big X posted our conversation. And you know what? He's so respectful. I said, Big X, take that down. You know what I'm saying? Don't post our conversation. I'll make a statement. Because at the end of the day, this Dallas beef, it's different. It's real shit.
I'm from
I
Dallas.
didn't want another Mo 3 and Yellow Beezy situation. I didn't want 2 guys to be beefing over something so stupid, let alone my name and my brand be tarnished. Even so artists, this is my 3rd South by Southwest. I need every artist to know that you can come fuck with me. You're going to have to pay, but you can come fuck with me. I'm going to play your music, and I want to give you a chance, and I want to hear it. I didn't want artists to think that somebody could move me to do something that, by money. Because to be honest, the real shit happened Thursday night when YFN Lucci, brother No, shout out to No. It was my first time meeting him. He threw a 20-piece and he came to the DJ booth and charged me up. It was like, I want to hear nothing but Lucci. Cut everything off. You feel me?
Oh, damn.
And nobody knew that happened.
That's more juicy.
Yeah, nobody knew.
But they want to pit people against each other.
No, it wasn't about putting, and that's the thing, it wasn't about putting anybody against each other. He wanted to hear Lucci because he's in his
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the Big X, the plug-in. They want to make it seem like,
they were making it seem, but they didn't even know some real shit had really popped on Thursday. Nobody knew about. I'm talking about No was very aggressive, but I get it. He's the king of his fucking city. Yeah. He done threw 20,000. He's like, man, I don't want to hear nothing else but Lucci. Right. And then I'm playing Lucci. I'm thinking I'm playing the hits. He's like, I don't want to hear that motherfucking shit. But the whole time he's cursing me, he's paying me. But I was scared. That's some shit I was scared about. But this shit with Big X, I'm like, man, I told Big X, and if I would have even got to talk to this, I don't know the Savage nigga, but Big X, I consider him a friend. Rainwater brought him down the very first time I did South by Southwest. And I told X, I said, X, you touching a different type of money, and you in a different bracket. X had he came for South by Thursday, Friday, flew to Rolling Loud, flew back, and you feel me? Like, you got motion.
No, that man doing the
You feel
thing.
me? I'm not saying the other guy don't have motion, but when you reach a certain level, you can't look down and hear what, and the girl who said whatever she said, they were like, oh, she's on live talking about you. You know what I kept telling everybody? I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Because if I don't hear it or see it, I can't respond. Exactly. I forgive her already. Because at the end of the day, she didn't maliciously mean to do it. But at the end of the day, everybody has to take accountability for what was said. I'm a brand. I can't let, everybody was like, oh, you making it about you. I'm not making it about you. When you put my name in the middle, I'm a DJ. I'm not just any DJ. I'm coming from Houston. I work for James Harden. I worked at Area 29. I work with DJ Eric. Like, these things can make or break you as a DJ. I'm already fighting the battle as it is being a female, being a stud, being whatever the fuck they want to call me. I don't need no niggas saying that people can pay me and persuade me to do. I'm one of the stiffest DJs they have. Like, I'm surprised, like, knock on wood, that niggas even respect, because I talk crazy to a nigga. No, I'm not doing shit, nigga. I'm one of them. You feel me? Because that's just me. You can't control my DJ booth. Not even dancers. It was that in itself was a crazy night. It was so much money in the air that I was just like, how can they not celebrate what happened? How can somebody say something and have these two niggas, and you know how Dallas beef is, that this shit could have ended in blood. You feel me? And so I felt like I had a responsibility to uphold to to let the shit die down. I went on that nigga page and say, hey man, he didn't pay me. You know, I wanted to clarify it. I had to clarify it because Big X he's not like that. You know,
he look like a cool, chill
yeah,
dude.
man, he's chill. Like he's a fun nigga. Like he never act Hollywood. Big X comes to my club anytime he's in Texas. He'll literally drive to Austin and show us love. You feel me? I'm not saying that the other dude. I don't know him, so I can't judge his character. But when you do things like how you done, I mean, he made a song out what the girl was saying. You know, and the girl's mad at me. I'm like, why you mad at me? Be mad at the person who recorded you.
Hey, this internet is an evil, evil place.
And you know what? When this shit happened, I was like, damn, am I here? Did I make it? I'm in the blog. Like, what the, you know, like it was. But I was really embarrassed. Everybody was like, you made it, bitch. You in the blogs. I'm like, nah, I'm a street bitch. I'm solid. I don't give a fuck about no clout. Like, this shit's not helping me. This could be. You know, I had motherfuckers talking about, man, this bitch look like YTV fat. This could have turned into a troll. You feel me? This could have went down a fucking really dark rabbit hole for me. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm one of one. Nobody never seen a motherfucker like me. They, you know, I talk that shit, I pop my shit, and I execute, you know, with precision. Like, they've never seen something like me, so they fear stuff like that. So, you know, it took for all of Houston and all of Austin to stand behind me. They were like, nah, she ain't like that. She ain't like that. That not NNEKA. Because I'm not like that.
That is just crazy.
Yeah.
But I just noticed when 2024 struck, people love the drama.
Yeah.
People love the juiciness. People love the crash outs. People love all that. So they just like, it's like a drug now for people. Like, oh, I gotta see somebody. It's been a minute since I seen a crash out. I gotta see
Soulja Boy beef with, who was he beefing with? It might have been NBA Youngboy. This nigga got on his live and said, let's go die about it.
Blueface.
You saw that? Blueface.
Yeah.
Blueface. And nigga say, let's meet up and die about it. I'm like, yo. Like,
knowing dang well he ain't gonna meet up and die about it.
but it's just
the
fact
he gonna
that
die probably, but he don't want to.
To say that verbally, you know, and people not understand, like, you know, on the holistic end, I'm very consciously aware about how music and how this industry work, and what you put out there is what you get. You know, even rappers that, you know, like I hate them when Dolph died. It's one song where he's like, I want to be with my granny, nigga. You know, like when they start talking that death and you start speaking that shit, you speak it into existence. Just like P Diddy, like Sleepy was like, man, hey, P Diddy made a video. What's that video? Been Around the World or some shit, where he showed him running from the feds and his, you know, like, you have to be careful what you say and put out there.
It's like that Dolph, the eeriest one is that, what is it, Talking to My Scale, when he's like, if I sacrifice myself, not saying, but sacrifice myself, will I go to hell?
This shit is real, because imagine, you have to think of it, the best way to explain this shit and how this magic works when it comes to music and manifesting is that when you say something on the track, not only is it recorded, but you have a million other people who are saying what you are saying, speaking it into existence for you. If we all say fuck Donald Trump, and then you say fuck Donald Trump, and then you say, and then if we all saying fuck Donald Trump, like they say when two or more gather, God is in the room. Yeah, you just spoke that into your life. You know what I mean? And so that's why it was even more important for me to defend myself when it comes down to people and what they think of me, because I don't need one person saying fuck DJ NNEKA, because once one said it, then two more gonna say it. You dig what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just I gotta stand on business when it comes to my brand, and when it comes to where I work and what I stand for, because you know, like, it all goes together. You gotta be careful what you put out there. So I try to put goodness out there.
I'm gonna go back though, kind of wrapping up though before we wrap. So kind of go back to you say, you know, you stand on business in a good way in your booth. So then, Buddies, you know, you said it was No. His name?
Yeah, No.
No was throwing the bread at you like, hey, I want the right songs, you know, Lucci, you know what I'm saying?
And you can ask No what I told him. Like,
so yeah, break it. How'd you stand on business?
I said, hold on, nigga. I say, hold on, nigga, I got you. I say, we got some other people in here, and give me a second. And I didn't stop what I was doing. You know, I kind of hurried it up a little bit, but you feel me? Because he was drunk. He was in his bag. I mean, you know, like, nigga, Magic City was in there. Like, nigga, DJ Esco was in, like, they wanted an ATL set. So, you know, it was like, okay, I get it, but hold on, you still gotta respect me, you still gotta respect the boot. I get it, if you gonna kill me, I'm gonna die by it, whatever, fuck. At this point, I was just trying to make sure nigga didn't punch me in my chest. You feel me? You feel me? Because he was in his bag. He was like that, and it was really my fault too, because I was saying his name wrong. I was like, Nana in the building, Nunu in the building. He came up to me and said, man, I'm I'm Lucci's brother, free Lucci. Hey man, you got me fucked up.
Oh, you already know how it is.
You feel me? I'm like, yeah, I think I might have you fucked up because I have been calling your name wrong, but I get it. When you throw in a certain amount of money, you want everything got to be right, and it's just trial and error, and it was a good learning experience. And guess what? No came back the next day and showed me love, and he came back the next day and showed me love. So it's like, you feel me?
Sometimes awkward situations got to happen real quick, in order for like things to be like, oh, you know what? Now you're off to the races and y'all cool. It was weird how life worked.
Yeah, and it wasn't about cut whoever was playing off. Because nobody was, I might have been playing some, I don't know what the fuck I was playing, but it wasn't anything personal. You feel me?
No, yeah.
But that was a real example of what they were trying to say happened. I was like, they didn't even know that happened. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got the inside scoop. Like, no.
Shout out No.
Shout out No. And free Lucci. You feel me?
Free Lucci for sure.
He held it down. And you know what? And I kind of felt him in a way because I remember every South by Southwest that Lucci was free, he was down here. I actually met Lucci walking. I was leaving ATX Royalty, the little podcast from there. Yeah. Lucci was walking up the street, and I'm like, damn, that nigga short. And it was like, he's came to every South by Southwest. So I can tell that his brother was very passionate about, hey, man, I'm going to hold it down for my brother. So yeah, shout out No, shout out Lucci. Shout out Big X, man. Even the nigga Savage, even though there was some weird shit going on. Shout out too.
Texas.
Shout out Texas, man.
Shout out Louisiana, too.
Yeah, shout out Louisiana, for sure. For sure.
So like any I guess where can people, if they want to, but like at venues, when they see this, like what's the best way to book you through?
They can hit Sleepy up, and they just need to have that back, because if I miss work, they gotta have that back.
Oh, for sure.
You feel me? Because like, hey man, my nights at the strip clubs are lovely. Shout out Bear Cabaret though. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
And the reason
I'm about to be at Bear Cabaret.
The reason why I even came to Austin is because Austin has shown me more love than Houston has shown me in 15 years. And I realized that in Houston, I thought I wanted to be with the people who are at the top, and then when I got to the top, I was like, oh, this is crazy. I don't want to be a part of this. It's low vibrational. It's not me. Do you want to be popular in in Houston, or do you want to be worldwide? And Austin has really offered me a chance to be worldwide. They don't judge. I was actually DJing in Austin way back in, what was it, 2016 at the Velvet Lounge. You know what I mean? Like, and that was a little spot. It was actually one of the first strip clubs on 6th Street. A lot of people don't even know that. Did y'all know it was a strip club on 6th Street?
I didn't know
it was Velvet Lounge, and we had the Louis Vuitton silver. Shout out Gary. It was some ghetto shit, but shout out Gary. But when I was in Austin, I knew that I wanted to live here. It was just different. You know what I mean? And I like it out here. You know what I mean? It's a festival every weekend.
It's more of a party city.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Fuck no.
It seems like
you can never out party Houston.
Well, I would say more college party-ish. No,
the level that they party in Houston is like, nigga, this is like rehab.
I just drive through Houston.
Hey, being in Austin is like rehab for me partying 15 years in Houston. Houston parties harder than Vegas. Houston is really the city.
Oh no, I went to Vegas for 3 days and I felt like I was there for 3 weeks.
Yeah, probably.
I was like, this is too much.
Man, listen, you go to Houston, you're gonna blow a bag trying to keep up. You're gonna blow a bag. You gotta have.
I always just drive through Houston. As much as I've been in Texas, I've never really just had a reason.
You talking about Houston is the sneaker capital? Like they everything you have on better go.
Oh yeah, I ain't saying they don't party, but just I figured that Austin was, since all the stuff that goes on too. And,
Austin is safe partying.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm kind of like. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, these niggas out here, they shoot.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, since I've been out here, I've learned that y'all shoot faster than motherfuckers I've been living around. Like, y'all shoot.
Yeah, don't think people out here are sweet.
Not at all.
Y'all don't.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all.
We went viral during South by for one of my former employees having a murder plot.
Yeah, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, But yeah, so we appreciate you coming through.
For sure.
You for bookings, and y'all better throw them that money though. One more time. Was it DJ?
DJ Sleepy. Shout out to my boy DJ Sleepy is the one who brought me down here, man. He had been telling me for years. Sleep has given me so many opportunities, and I was like, no. Like, he used to call me, and I used to be so miserable in Houston. And he was like, bro, just come down here, and I got you. And like, big nigga, yeah, man, this nigga, like, he's at one of the number one strip clubs in Austin, and he actually has been helping me in my strip club endeavors because. Like, for example, for South by Southwest, DJ Eskimo, the coolest DJ on planet. He's actually the coolest DJ on planet.
No, yeah, I know you're talking
that
about
nigga is
Eskimo.
cool. He is a vibe. Shout out Eskimo, but Eskimo went to Red Rose first, and Sleepy will just tell Sleepy will tell the artist to, hey, go to Bear. You know what I mean? Like, after here, go to Bear. I got my friend down there DJing, and you know that's how I've met a lot of celebrities. I've got the alley-oop, so shout out DJ Sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out DJ Sleep.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate you coming through.
For sure.
Drop your socials and all that. Where they can find
you
you
can follow
at?
me on Instagram, DJ NNEKA for president. I don't do Facebook. I have a Facebook, but Facebook sucks. Yeah, just follow me on Instagram. Yeah, that's that.
Well, y'all heard it here, man. It was a good interview. Y'all hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell. This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, DJ NNEKA. Yeah. Keep doing your thing.
For sure.
Give me a yeet.
What's up, man? It's Chris J. Jackin up here at Pop Austin Media, man. If you like that clip, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on nothing. Let's go.